Hey guys, this is Garies and welcome back to another uni episode of Gaia, update, news and information. And we are on episode 8 guys. This is the 8th episode and we actually missed a episode or two, but it would have been very short episodes. So I decided to skip them and combine them with this episode. So this one is going to be a little bit bigger. Not really necessarily going to be long, but it has been a lot of changes. So there's been 3 major updates and we are finally on Alpha 0.0.0. So the developer told me that he will finally do his Kickstarter event on the 4th of May. He will also post an announcement on Steam today. So go check that out if you missed it and get the links and finer details and so on. So all I know is the 4th of March. Go check that out. Go check out the developers website forum and go support him if you are able to, please guys, and so that we can get this game off and running. And also the links to the forum will be in the description again, so feel free to check that out. So we're going to start with the uni episode now, but I'm going to pause this part because the loading is always a bit of a tricky situation, and I'm going to bring it in as soon as the game starts, because in a previous update in 1.7, it's a pre-alpha one, but let's call him pre-alpha. I had a different naming convention just to be a bit more clear what happened in pre-alpha 1.7. That was the last update before alpha. So there was a pre-update 1.6, pre-update 1.7, and then alpha 0.0.0, where we're at now. So on 1.7, the developer added a short intro cutscene, and it's quite nice. So I want to bring it in when that happens, and I'll try not to talk because there's a voice saying some minor things, nothing important, but just don't want to spoil it for you guys for seeing it the first time. So without further ado, I will see you then.
Systems failing. Warning. Systems failing.
Okay, and we had touchdown. At least this is proper seats. It even keeps your legs shut. Oh, in. So that's actually nice. And we have liftoff. Okay, first things first, guys. I just quickly want to mention something I missed actually where we start the game. If you want, you can quickly go back to the start. There we type in the name. There is an option to choose Iron Man. So that is basically if you go into hardcore mode. So if you die, you die. You lose a save game, you have to start from scratch. So that is an implementation in 1.6. So I just wanted to mention that as I skipped 1.6. So that is a new addition to that. And you can also see there's different storytellers. One is RNG, one is Scora, and the third is Tranquilo Pax. So each one does something different. I don't want to go into everything or into it deeply, but basically it decides when you get good events and bad events. The Cora core is basically the general one to go with. It gives you good ones and bad ones, and supposed to give you more good ones than bad ones. And the RNG one just goes crazy, whichever it decides. And the Tranquilo one, just want to make sure. It gives you events very rarely. So that's a just of it, a short summary. So yes, okay, then something he added. Okay, also added a lot of bugs again between each update, so I'm not going to mention that every time. Something that is awesome. Let's go into test mode because we need these things. Okay, I don't want that really, but in any case, doesn't matter. He added defensive walls. If you check my playthrough, guys, you will see that is there. That is awesome. I love it. I will have to add that and defensive wall. So something major he added, and I believe that is awesome. You have to go to walls. Again, we need to build a decoder. There's a reason I want to build a decoder, because if you do, let's see what is short. 540, 450. This is the shortest one. Let's do this one. Okay, before, if you wanted to destroy something, you press double C on item, and sometimes you mispressed it and you destroyed something you didn't want to. Now, if you press C, it will mark the item for to be destroyed, and it will go away after a second, so that you don't destroy it accidentally. So this is awesome. So you mark it and you press C again, and it destroys it. So that is awesome. That's a very nice addition in my opinion. If you guys check my episode, the Nox event episode, you would have noticed that I couldn't see where I was going. So I mentioned and I said I must suggest to the developer to add a waypoint, or not a waypoint, a type of compass to get back to the pod. And it seemed like he added the waypoint, and this is awesome. I believe he added this on... No, he added this on alpha. Yes, this was added on alpha. So that is awesome. I believe a Nox event I played on 1.7. So yes, this was the next update, and this is awesome. So when you run in a Nox event again, oh, you can push your escape door. Nice. At least it's dynamic. And you can't see where you're going. You can always find your way back to the escape pod, because usually when you build a base, you know where you were from the escape pod, as I mentioned in that episode as well. So once again, this developer really takes consideration, and he also fixes bugs quite quickly. So that is awesome, and there's a lot of bugs he fixed once again. And okay, so let's quickly see what else he added on 1.6. Okay, I will show you what he added on 1.6 still. I'm just waiting for this thing to finish. So we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. I'll show you that. So let's quickly get to the next part. Okay, 1.7. Okay, this is where he added that cutscene that we just saw. That is awesome. He added a bunch of new transitions between dusk and dawn, making the transition better, and I must say it looks much more natural from what I've noticed in my normal gameplay. Why is that one red? That looks weird. Trade ship. So we did the trade ship much earlier. So you can go to your trade, you see which one it is, and you see what it has to offer. Okay, and also that what it changed was the turrets shooting, or trying to shoot through obstacles, wasting your bullets. So if you have two of these defensive walls running, let me show you quickly. Just want to add a few of them. Okay, I usually go into third person mode to place the walls, because then you can kind of add them like that. But usually when you go up and down, let me show you over here, you can get a gap like this. I'm not talking about a tree trunk. If you are on the normal terrain, there can be up and down, and then there could be a gap between the walls. So just can simulate it. So if you add a turret over here, it will try shooting through, but it will actually waste bullets and hit the wall instead. So he updated it so it doesn't try to shoot through that small little gap. Just checking of my notes here. So he added the way that rompers run. They got stuck around corners and so on, so that was sorted. He reduced the fog strength, so that is quite awesome. So once again, looking into my Nox event that I had, that red thing really bugs me. I haven't seen that in gameplay yet. Actually, I also haven't seen the white things yet. Usually the white things is ghost thingies. But with the spoiler that we had in our library, I think it's a normal creature, not a ghost anymore. So, anyways, I don't want to go too much into that. So, as I was saying, the fog, so that was reduced from 100% to 90%, so that is a good one. And yes, that is basically major bugs that was handled in the 1.7 update. I'm still waiting for this thing to happen. So that cool little cutscene, that is actually cool. It's nice so that we have a more of an idea where we started. If we look back to the first episode that I've ever made, guys, you just started a beach with your resources around you. Now with the escape pod, you get the resources in this, have that cool climbing animation, all that. So this is cool. You get your starting supplies over here, and yes, it's quite nice. Before I go to alpha, I want to see. Still not 2 minutes. Okay, guess we will do alpha before that. Okay, so no, did I do that? What did I press now? Wait, I believe I didn't show you guys actually what I was just talking about. This is another take of recording this episode, so I got confused what I did in the previous take already, guys. So, now on alpha, he added a section, so that's what why you guys don't know what I was talking about, the spoiler. If you go to PDA, or did I do it? I can't remember. Give me a second. Yes, it seems I was definitely confused with that one. I am very sorry, guys. So, as I was saying, we had spoilers, so I already gave you spoilers again, so oh well. If you go to your PDA in your library, everybody remembers the tips that we had, or that the developer introduced in a previous uni episode that I mentioned this and I went over this. So this is the intro and the notes you get here, but if you look here, there's a glossary section as well now. So now you can see your humans, animals, creatures, and undead. See, this is a white thing. So we have, that's a spoiler I was talking about. So, and since I saw that, now I think that is what that is. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost certain it is what that is. So, and that was added, the glossary, so now we can see that. So is this thing not finished yet? Ooh, it's a few seconds away. So unfortunately we will go into darkness with this episode, guys, because I have to show you guys what happens here. This is awesome. If you guys watch my playthrough, you will see with the generator, no, not inventory, with the generator there is a new panel on it showing you how much energy it still has left to produce. There we go. I'll show you just now. So there's a little screen. If you dump biomass in it, it acts as biofuel for the generators to run, and that makes much more sense, having biofuel to run off of. But the thing is, if you quit the game and come back, it will refresh automatically the numbers. So that sucked kind of, because it was not sucked, it was nice because you didn't have to put in biofuel every time. You could just quit and reload your game, but it's not a legit way of playing. So that was fixed, so that is awesome. I like that. A few balancing improvements again. I believe he increased the wealth a lot because in my gameplay there's a few changes with the wealth system. Well, what I can notice, I don't know exactly what he changed, but yes, that happened. And let's see if we can put on the light. No, that is sleep. Flash. If it's flashlight. Come on. Oh, it shows on the ground. What was I saying? Okay, so we have this. Wealth was edited. Biomass. And you can craft beacons now in the game. So I believe that was in a 1.7 already. I'm not 100% sure now. So, here it is. So you can craft a beacon. Where's beacons? Okay, so basically it seems you just drop it. I have not played with this. So, but the same with the as with the pod. You can see the beacon and you can see how far it is. You can drop it at a place of interest so that you don't lose your way. So that is also cool. That is also nice. So back to the decoder thing that we see here. So once you finish a certain research, it will give you a notification. So that is awesome. So you don't have to come back and run and see everything. So that was added in 1.6, I believe we handled it, and that was awesome. So also a little bit of negative. There's two negative things now coming. Sorry about that, guys. So we have one, we have a bullet, the gun, and at 3 we have the multi-tool, and at 2 we had a knife that we shot. We could do a little bit of melee damage, but it seems it was not perfect. The creature still had a lot of chance to attack you and so on, so he removed it because he will have the whole system reworked. It seems, he says here that it seems everything needs to be reworked. So it was a nice thing not to go into loop, because in the beginning when the creatures attacked you, you had a raid on you, they will keep hanging around your base and you went into an endless loop, couldn't do anything because you lost your L inventory, and so you didn't have bullets to keep shooting the things. So he implemented a knife that you can kill it, could have killed it with melee damage, and so later on he put in a stop for the loophole, or stop in a loop, and after a while the creatures will give up and leave you alone. So that is kind of cool, so that you don't just die unnecessarily, except if you want to die, and then by all means play the Iron Man one. That is murderous. So and then the last bad thing, with update alpha now in full effect, it breaks the previous saves once again, and that's something bad, I know, but still, this is alpha, it's testing phase, so I'm not too shaken up about it, but it does stick a little bit of a stick into my gameplay. Not really, I'm handling it, not an issue. So, but hopefully by the next update with a full launch, or not a full launch with alpha 1, it shouldn't be destroying saves anymore. I'm not sure, I can't say that for sure. But I know the save system has been really sorted out by now. Let me show you another example about that. If you go escape and you quit to main menu, earlier there was a it auto-saved already. Okay. Okay, so we're back. So if you quit before it auto-saves, it will ask you to save and quit to desktop or to main menu. Otherwise, it will do an auto-save and it will let you go out safely. So that is awesome. That was a nice add-on. Now we missed the transition, or did we just get back? Oh no, before the auto-save. But now we can see the transition of day and night. So with that, guys, I believe I'm going to end the uni episode here. I believe I went over all the major things. If you want to see the finer details of all the changes, please feel free to visit the forum. Link is in the description. Please support the developer when he announces the Kickstarter event. If you're able to, once again, please go support him. The game, for single-handedly programming this game is awesome, and I would really like you guys to go support him, those that can, and also support me by liking this video or disliking it if you like, if you want to like and dislike, but please give me a reason why you disliked it so that I can work on my content, guys. And also, if you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe, guys. I have content trying to do every day, but I still with a full-time job. It is a bit tricky to do that every day, but I am trying to bring out at least 3 to 4 videos each week, and with various games that I like, that I'm trying to play and so on. So yes, come see how I make a full of myself and struggle, especially with Subnautica. I've started that finally, and yes, that first episode was nail crunching, nail biting. So come check out those episodes and those playlists of mine, guys, and come give me your support, give the developer your support. And with that, we will see you in the next Uni episode, guys. Feel free to watch my normal Let's Play as well, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers!